everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. I am Stacy Leitner and this is Stacy Speaks. It has been quite a while since I made my last video. It's been about a month and that's the longest I've gone without making a video. So I hope everyone's doing well. I really missed talking to you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you all have been up to, how your summer has been going. This pandemic has spiked again, so I hope everyone, is healthy and that your families are well and that you are staying safe out there. I've just been getting some work done and taking it easy pretty much, but I'm definitely working on some things, working on some projects that I will be sharing with you guys in the very near future. I'm going to call this video the X-Files. So, lately, what I want to talk about today are exes, past relationships with myself, and I know that it is not just me. Over the years, exes, they always seem to creep up, years later. And tell me if you experience this or not. But I know I'm not the only one. I think this happens with all good people, whether you're male or female. It's like people that I've been in a relationship with in the past, it never fails. Like every year, every 6 months or so, someone will always contact me, the same individuals. Are you married? Are you seeing anyone? You are the best thing that's happened to me. And as I said, I know this is not unique just to me. But the reason I'm talking about this is because it's frustrating and it's aggravating, because the relationships that I'm referring to have been toxic relationships. And the individuals know that. We were in a relationship together. You guys know that this relationship was not healthy. This relationship was not healthy, and the relationship was toxic. And I say it is only by the grace of God, that I am no longer in those relationships, and it's a blessing. Not everyone makes it out of toxic relationships. So I applaud anyone who does, and who is working to get out of abusive and toxic relationships, whether you are male or female, because individuals do not always make it out. And if you are in a toxic or abusive relationship, toxic and abusive relationship, pretty much the same thing, whether it's physical abuse, mental, verbal, it's all abuse and it is all toxic. Help is available and you can get out. So that is my message to anyone who is currently in a relationship such as that. But I wanted to discuss this topic because to me it's crazy. And maybe crazy is not the right word, because life is hard and people are out here trying to live off of other people, trying to get over on other people to have a good life, to have a better life, to make their lives better. A lot of times it's so that they don't have to put in as much work. Someone could be living with you and not helping you with the rent, not helping you with bills, because they don't want to get up and go to work, or because they may have this mentality that I don't have to because she does that, and it's crazy how so many people are comfortable living off others, using others, taking from others, and not adding to that relationship, or that so-called partnership, which is what it is supposed to be. So, yes, that is what I'm talking about today. People who creep up from your past, people that you've gotten away from. With me, it never fails. Every 6 months to a year, you have the same people popping up, emailing you or contacting you on social media somehow. Are you married? Are you single? I miss you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. And I say that this happens because years go by, or however much time goes by, and people reflect and people think back and look back on their lives and say, wow, this person really cared about me. This person really loved me. This person really added to my life. This person really tried to build a future with me. And it's disheartening. And it's sad because a lot of times people don't realize that when you're there, when you're in that relationship, it takes leaving and it takes years, or it takes other relationships for them to really look at it and say, wow, I missed out on something good. But let me get to the point because I'm babbling right now. The point is, if I have ever cared about you or have ever been in a relationship with you, I still want the best for you. I'm not fucking with you again, ever. Like, you could never get with me again. And, when I'm 39 right now. So at 39, I'm not going back to a toxic, abusive, or past relationship. Even if it wasn't toxic, I'm not going back to a past relationship at 39 years old. I can say that. When I was younger, I did. There were relationships that were toxic that I've gone back to. And, sometimes loneliness will make you do that. Sometimes you will say, okay, well, there were good moments, some good moments, there were some good times, but that's just not enough. A lot of us do that. We go back, and then we learn and we grow, and we see that that's not where we should be, that we deserve better and that we can have better. And I myself, I'm recently divorced, but I would rather be single, working on me, working on my goals, working on my business ventures, to be in an abusive and toxic relationship where it is only hurting me, harming me, putting my life at risk, and I'm not happy. What I want to say is that I know and believe that we all deserve happiness in life, and we all deserve to live a healthy life. Even to that person, even that person that you're in a toxic relationship with too, they too, I believe, deserve a healthy relationship and deserve a happy relationship. So much, so many relationships comes from past abuse, crazy childhoods, crazy upbringings, abusive childhoods. I know that. I'm aware of that. So many people say hurt people, but it doesn't have to always be that way. Just because you were hurt doesn't mean you have to hurt other people. Just because you may have been abused or neglected as a child, as a teen, doesn't mean that you have to inflict that same abuse and pain on other people. And change is possible. So this message, we always talk about survivors. We're always talking about survivors. My hat goes off to survivors, because not everyone survives. But this message is also this video is also to abusers, people who abuse, people who are verbally abusive, physically abusive, mentally abusive. You don't have to be. You can change. Help is available for you as well. You also deserve to live a happy and healthy life. And that's the thing. My ex-husband recently sent me a message a couple weeks ago, saying, I've changed all the things that you don't like about me, and I'm different, and all of this. That's what the message said. So I replied, basically the message was saying, can you give us another chance? I laid out everything that I ever wanted to say in that relationship to that individual. I laid it all out. The reasons that I will never, ever give you another chance. A chance to do what? To inflict more pain? To tear me down more? No, like, no. You will never have another chance with me, but I wish you well, and I'm glad that you have changed. Hopefully you have, and hopefully you take everything that that you saw and that you know wasn't right with me and with the past women in your lives, and you apply that to the next relationship that you get into. You apply that to the next relationship, you give that love to the next woman, and I wish you well, but I will never fuck with you again. And so in response, I get a message back saying, "Oh, I'm cool, boo," laughing out loud. This just goes to show that I'm a better person than you are and that I really dodged a bullet with you. So I read the message and I'm like, there is the husband that I know. That's the person that I know. I know you didn't change. It hasn't even been a year since we've been divorced. You have not changed, and this is me still being nice to you in this message. Yes, I'm pointing out all of the reasons why I will never get with you again, but I'm still being kind to you. I'm still being respectful to you. I'm just keeping it real. But honestly, if I were to point out all of the things we've been through, all of the things about you, like, this goes for my ex. You could be locked underneath someone's jail if someone was keeping it real with you, and if someone was holding you accountable for all of the things that you've done. Somebody would lock your ass up and throw away the key. Excuse my language, but that's the truth. But yet, I'm still being kind to you. I'm being honest with you, and I'm still pointing out things, the reasons why I can never be with you again, but I do wish you well. So it is what it is. But the audacity to do all the things that you know you've done and then come back to someone and say, I'm telling you that I've changed, and you mean to tell me that's not enough for you to give us another chance? Hell no, it's not enough, because they're just words, and thank God I made it out of that relationship with my life and without doing any prison time. And the person who knows what they've inflicted on you thinks because they apologize and say, I've changed, let's get back together. I've thought a lot about this. That you're just supposed to say, okay, and go back to a situation that is beneath you, that is degrading to you. It's very sad. I got way off track once again. But my point is, this message is for abusers. You know who you are. You know if you've been abusive in every relationship that you've been in, abusive to every woman that you've been with. You know if this is you or not. But as I said, change is possible if you're willing to change. So a lot of my videos, I put information out there, phone numbers out there, and websites out there for people who are looking to make changes in their lives, for people who are looking for help. And I did the same thing regarding people. I did the same thing for people who abuse others and people who want to make a change in their life, because as I said, I believe that change is possible if you want to make a change. And if you are someone who inflicts mental, verbal, physical abuse on someone else in a relationship, if you are physically abusive or mentally abusive to other people, you owe it to yourself to work on yourself, to get your shit together before you contact somebody and say, let's get back together, when you know you have not made any of the changes that you claim you've made. So you owe it to yourself to seek help. And I'm going to look down and read some information that I wrote down that I want to share with you. All of this information, I'm going to put it in a link so that you will know where to go to get this information. I came across this website called thehotline.org. So thehotline.org, it says help for abusive partners. Change starts with the commitment to do so. So once again, the website is thehotline.org. Help for abusive partners. Change starts with a commitment to do so. Don't mind me looking down because I'm just going to read a bit of information that I found out about them. I recently came across this app where you can like put the words on your phone and people don't know you're reading, like a teleprompter in your phone. But I haven't gotten that app yet. I have to look more into it. So please excuse me as I read this message. Everyone has the capacity to change, but doing so requires meaningful commitment to all aspects of change. Unfortunately, most people with abusive behaviors are unwilling to. Many of the factors behind abusive behaviors are learned attitudes and feelings of entitlement, which can be difficult to unlearn. Everyone deserves a healthy relationship free from abuse, including someone that may have abusive behaviors. I agree with that message. That message is from thehotline.org. So the point of this video, as I said in the beginning, it never fails. Individuals from my past, every 6 months to a year, I get these messages, people reaching out, are you single? I miss you, let's give it another try. I've changed. And then when you say no, it's like a switch that gets flipped and they're back to their old toxic self. So my message is for you all, anyone who knows that that is them, anyone who does that knowing that they have not made any of the changes that they say they've made. If you are seeking change, if you want a better life, if you want a healthy, happy relationship, then work on yourself, because that's what I'm doing. I and none of us are perfect by any means, and I'm working on myself daily and constantly. And I encourage everyone to do the same, especially if you're reaching out to someone that you used to be with, and that you've abused, and that you've harmed, and that you've probably damn near killed. You're reaching out to them and you're saying, give me another chance. I've changed, when you know that you have not. Do yourself a favor and get your shit together. Get your shit together so that the next relationship you get into, you will be happy. Your partner will be happy. It will be healthy. It can be beautiful. If you make the necessary changes in your life, you are worth it. You deserve it. Your family deserves it. Your children deserve it. Everyone around you deserves it. And if you want it, you can make it happen. So, thehotline.org, I'm going to put that information at the end of this video. I got off subject a bit, so I apologize for that. Thank you guys for tuning in to Stacy Speaks. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you all are well. Stay healthy, and I will talk with you again soon.